it strong.
Let go of fear you're holding. The fire smoldering, it's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for. A white knuckle ride. You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride.
Oh, this is going to be one heck of a ride as we welcome you back in on a Friday night to the Blown Piston Racing League, and a track that has never been run in this league's history, and a track that we have never broadcasted a league race on, and that is iRacing SuperSpeedway. It's a fictional track that was created earlier this season. It is a replica of the old Coca-Cola Speedway that, of course, was on the NASCAR Racing 2003 sim. And it's here on iRacing, officially. iRacing SuperSpeedway. It's a 3-mile, and when I say high bank, I mean high bank SuperSpeedway that we will be racing at tonight for the Swift Motorsports 240. It is race number 8 of 10 in the regular season of the Wise Choice Contracting Truck Series. 2.95 miles is technically the length. We're calling it 3 miles. Banking at 36 degrees. It matches the old banking of the old Bristol Motor Speedway. It is very fast. It's very wide. And the best way to say yes, the track map looks like Martinsville, but the racetrack looks a lot like Dover. So you're going to dive into a corner that's high banked. You're going to come out onto long straightaways. It's a symmetrical oval. It is a very fun track, and oh, by the way, there is no such thing as a restrictor plate. They will be going over 220 to 230 miles an hour in a truck coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Qualifying is going to be starting. We'll get you down to the track for that. And yes, Drift, I saw the paint a little bit ago, and you definitely had me tearing up a little bit there, I must say. That was really cool to see. Drift, actually, we'll talk about it here in a little bit, actually running a tribute to my dad, and I didn't expect that out of him. That was cool. I had no clue it was coming, and that's cool. So we'll talk about that coming up. But right now, let's take a look at the point standings that we go into this race with. This is after the Eldora truck race 2 weeks ago. Of course, a 2-week break, and we come back, and as you see on the screen, it is a very tight battle up there at the top, as I am actually trying to make one little edit. There we go. Anthony Keys leads right now by 17 over Andrew Moore. Casey Duncan, he is third in points right now. Avery Wilson, Kevin Dick, the top 5 in the points right now. Of course, 16 drivers make the chase that will kick off here in just a couple weeks. Guillermo Albertengo right now is the 16th and final driver with a 140-point deficit there. All drivers that are winners in the series will be in the playoffs. So Andrew Moore, Avery Wilson, Kevin Dick, Ryan Nicoletta, Andrew Mraz, Justin Gann, all locked in the playoffs as of right now. We'll see tonight if we get another winner in this series. So, and if so, they will lock themselves into the playoffs as qualifying has begun, and we'll go down here in just a second like I promised. Single car qualifying, so much like Daytona Talladega, you'll see the kind of a throwaway lap, and then they'll come back and run their fast time here in just a minute. Having trouble trying to put. There we go. That kind of backfired on me. There we go. Team points. Pie-Eyed Racing with a 7-point lead over 4X Racing. 2X in third. Torqued Wrench in Twin Torqued Racing. That is your top 5 as we enter this race coming up here in just a few minutes again as we about to get going. And, of course, as always, we have the Fastest Lap Award. If you weren't able to see 2 weeks ago at Eldora, the New Age Limited Speed Demon Award was given away, and that actually, I'm going to make sure I get this one right. I had it in my head, and I've done lost it, but according to the website, it goes to Andrew Mraz at Eldora. Of course, Mraz had the fastest lap of the race, but Avery Wilson stealing that win away in the end after not even winning the heat race he was in. Came all the way back from the back of the field and won at Eldora. Congratulations to him. But here we are moving to the iRacing SuperSpeedway as we go racing tonight for the Pole Award, of course, which is presented by the United States Veterans. So let's... everything is working correctly. I've made some updates to the ticker when it comes to streaming, where the whole copying that it likes to do. And we see Ryan Nicoletta down there on track right now. Scott Wise has gone to the pole at a 50.35. I mentioned earlier this track is perfectly symmetrical. It is really high banked, in case you can't tell on the screen. As Nicoletta goes around right now, he's actually slowing down. After his lap, that puts him P3 right now. Drift there in the 4th position. Let me get the off the screen. So again, purple means right now they are on a pole lap. You see Louis Berkowitz down there in the 37. He is on a flyer right now, so let's go check him out there in the 37. Out of the corners, I mentioned a little bit of a Dover feel when you come out of those corners, the way the track is. Berkowitz across the line. 50.5 is actually P5. How about Ryan Branchow out on track in the iHeart Racing number 6? As I mentioned, unrestricted. And he's running the ultimate bottom line. Is he going to go to the pole? No, he's P8. 50.61. It was purple through the first sector. Who else has not run laps here so far? Branchow's got 2. Everybody's at 2 right now. Jordan Berry on track. Let's see what kind of lap speed he's running by himself here. 51.21 right now. And I think that's going to be it for him. That leaves Kevin Dampier making his, I believe, debut in the series tonight, or it might have been his second start. I'm trying to remember correctly, as qualifying actually is going to end right now at the 5-minute mark. And it will be Scott Wise who wins the pole. Congratulations to him as he will get the... Gotta get the bugs out of me here a little bit for the series. U.S. Veterans Pole Award. Congratulations to him on scoring that. I'm sure he'll be a very happy camper when that is all said and done. So congratulations again to him. And we'll go down and talk to him momentarily. So because of the ruling, Eric Dampier not being able to get a qualifying lap in, will have to start from the pits by the rules. Let's get Scott Wise up here to the press box. And as a matter of fact, I'm way up there, like the 5th floor. Or not the 5th floor, but like the 5th story, I guess we'll call this, of this racetrack. I feel like I'm like in the Empire State Building up here. But we're going to get Scott up here to join us here in the broadcast booth. Scott, congratulations. The U.S. Veterans Pole Award goes to you tonight. First ever pole sitter here at this 3-mile monster, I guess we can call it. But congratulations on that. Your thoughts as you enter this race this evening?
Yeah, thank you. It's actually be my first career pole pole in this league as well. So kind of
Reminder,
good to get
you
it
guys
at a place I like running. It's a fast track, fastest on the series. Did a little bit of practice earlier this week to get some ideas on how things are going. So we're looking forward to a fast and fun one.
What do you expect tonight? I mean, this is kind of a wild card here. You got a track that, I mean, the best way to point it out, it looks a lot like Dover, an oval with elevation changes going into and coming out of the corner. Obviously, the apron going in can be kind of tricky, and you're going to be 3, 4 wide, if not 5 wide at times. Is there any kind of right move to make here, or stay up front, go to the back? What's the best thing to do here to 230 mile an hour?
Honestly, I don't think there's a safe spot anywhere on this track unless you're not in the pack at all. So it's kind of hard to say. I expect a lot of crazy moves. These trucks actually run really well here, so don't get snappy loose. They stick pretty well. So
is the press box a safe spot?
Do what?
Is the press box a safe spot?
Maybe. I don't know. I've seen a couple trucks go flying pretty high, so if you see one coming at you,
I'm ducking. Hey, good luck, man. Congratulations on the U.S. Veterans Pole Award.
Thank you. Hope to catch you again at the end of it.
Hey, that sounds good. It is Scott Wise winning the pole, first career pole at a track that is a very fast one. So he does a good job on these super speedways, and we look forward to seeing maybe him in victory lane this evening. Take a look at the starting lineup real quickly for this race. I hit the right button. I keep hitting the wrong button. There it is. It'll come across the screen. Scott Wise, Justin Gann, the 4X driver, will start on the pole, or alongside the pole sitter, Scott Wise. Ryan Nicoletta, Drift in the Pops Tribute. Man, he's going to get me every time I say that. Starting fourth, Louis Berkowitz, Casey Barlow, your row 3, Anthony Keys, Ryan Branchout, Andrew Mraz, Avery Wilson. Your top 10. Thomas Sewell making his debut tonight. Casey Duncan will start there in the 12th position. Row 7, Anthony Hanley, Kevin Dick. Row 8, Andrew Moore and Lauren's Not Racing, Jordan Berry, Jason Kratke, and Kevin Dampier going to start from the pits. 3-mile track, 240 miles. Do the math. That is 80 laps around this 3-mile monster we call iRacing SuperSpeedway. We're green. Unrestricted motors. They are going to be going 230 miles an hour around this track in a pack. As Scott Wise leading that inside line. Justin Gann, Ryan Branchow, or Ryan Nicoletta, sorry. Wrong Ryan. Casey Barlow down there on the inside. You see how wide this track is. As they come down the front straightaway, Avery Wilson going to make a move in the middle there as it will be the 31 leading lap 1. 20 and 40 the stages for this evening, 20 and 40. As you see, 17 cars in the lead pack. Dampier is yet to get on track. Not sure what's going on there, if he's having trouble or something. I heard something about forced feedback a minute ago. Oh, there's that apron making a move. Ryan Nicoletta getting a little loose. You got to be careful entering that corner. As I mentioned, when you look at the shape of this track and the way it is Dover, basically. As Justin Gann, I believe, led that lap early. Climbing this 36 degrees of banking right here. And you see this track easily can fit probably 6 or 7 wide, maybe. We got to be very careful because the groups can come together very quickly. And you can see trucks get together, and all of a sudden you got the big one here. As you see them all spreading out here, just trying to give each other some room. Not too aggressive right now. as Avery Wilson brings out one truck to the lead. And then Avery, he's like, I'm going to the back now. I did my part. Casey Barlow pushing Wise to the lead. Gann there on that inside with him also. Up the middle of the 88, that is Anthony Hanley. You got the 59 of Nicoletta pulling out of line. You're right, there's that apron. Got to be careful of it. It's Anthony Keys. Look at this speed. He's not even full throttle, I think. And he's at 225 mile an hour. It's 223, 224. I saw 227 going into turn 3. Fuel mileage wise, these guys are only going to go about 14 laps. Casey Barlow up to the second position. Here comes that outside line. A little bit of a 4X train there. The unofficial 4X member there, Hanley in the middle. Justin Gann. You got the 4 of Andrew Mraz, the 6 of Ryan Branchow, all running that high line. Seven laps in. Appreciate everybody watching tonight here on Captain TV as we're at iRacing SuperSpeedway. Race number 8 of this Wise Choice Contracting Truck Series. A lot of trucks kind of giving room back here, just kind of running their own race back here, including Drift and Avery Wilson back here, Andrew Moore, Casey Duncan's hanging out. We've got a pack of around 10 trucks right now riding behind pole sitter, or was pole sitter Scott Wise, but now Justin Gann is going to the front. Hanley, Mraz. That whole outside line going to continue to draft its way up there. Let's see if they go single file. They will. The 54, Jason Kratke, out there on his own, but now Scott Wise is like, I don't like the single file thing. I'm going to the outside now. Has already 8 laps in the books. 20 laps will make stage 1. Again, no cautions at the end of the stage. You get what you get, and then you keep on racing. But they will have to make a pit stop before the end of both stages. I mentioned earlier Avery Wilson leading a lap just a little bit ago. Here he is riding out in the 14th position, just kind of hanging out. Maybe saving a little bit of fuel in the draft. I've heard drivers talk about this being the funnest package actually anybody runs on iRacing when it comes to the trucks, is here at the iRacing SuperSpeedway. Apparently very stable here. I mean, outside of when you put the truck on the apron going into the corner. And right there's why. You see that transition just sends your truck up the track a little bit. You got to be very careful with it. Fastest lap of the race is by the 12th place truck right now, Casey Duncan, ran a 46.59 a minute ago. That is a lap of over 230 miles an hour, I believe. If I do the math in my head, it's pretty close to 230. Oh, Barlow blinking out. Wrong time to do that. But I appreciate all the viewers watching so far this evening. I know it's not the highest amount, but appreciate you guys watching. And if you got some friends or family who like to watch, you could share the link with them and get them over here to watch. But if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And hopefully you enjoy watching us here on Captain TV as Justin Gann leads here 10 laps in to this Swift Motorsports 240. And oh, by the way, what is Swift Motorsports, you may ask? It is actually a league that runs on Tuesday nights. Actually, I say Monday through Thursday nights. Tuesday nights, I actually run in the Truck Series part-time when I'm not broadcasting. But it is ran by the leader, Justin Gann, believe it or not. So it is a league that has ARCA all the way up to Cup Series racing and so on and so forth. So you can talk to Justin Gann if you're interested in some weekday racing. Does not conflict with this series at all because they run Friday and Sundays. There's Thomas Sewell in the 204 truck. I believe he's making his debut tonight. Doing a good job in that Bass Pro Shop Tracker number 204. Andrew Moore back here in his 77 truck. Kind of hanging out. Last truck in line. Following Drift there. And of course, there's that paint scheme. Sorry, I got to be selfish for a minute. For those who don't know the story, Drift is, he sent me a message last week. And he said, hey, man, who made this paint scheme? It was a paint scheme that was made by David Fish about 6 or 7 years ago. And he didn't tell me why. He just said, who made this? And I told him, and tonight I'm watching practice, and all of a sudden I look out and see a Duck Dynasty truck on the track. And I couldn't help but smile and even bring a tear to my eye. That is actually the paint that my dad raced on iRacing up until, unfortunately, he wasn't able to race anymore, and then, of course, passed away 4 years ago. And I saw that, and it gets me every time, but missed that man to death. And actually, coming up Tuesday is going to be 4 years since he passed away already. But it's definitely cool, and I thank you, Drift, for doing that, man. That's cool. Not supposed to be biased on TV and doing broadcasts and stuff, but there's that small part of me that's like, come on, Drift, you know. Anyways, up here in the front, Justin Gann leading the 88 of Anthony Handley, Andrew Moraz, Louis Berkowitz, and as I mentioned, Thomas Sewell, your top 5, Scott Wise, Branchow, Barlow, Duncan, and Anthony Keys now your top 10. We should be seeing pit stops here in the very, very near future. Everybody giving each other plenty of room. The draft is a really big thing here at this track. Of course, the turns being so sharp, I guess we'll call it, for a lack of a better term, it creates a little separation in the pack, where at Talladega, Daytona, you don't really get that separation. Ooh, Casey caught that apron a little bit. Nobody coming to pit road yet. Making a move to the inside there. He's got Berkowitz there in front of him. And his teammate Casey Duncan right there with him as these guys trying to get single file, but that 204 gets shuffled out. And I think Duncan's going to let him back in line. I haven't heard anybody cue the radio yet saying they're coming to pit road. Oh, never mind, I had the radio off. That would be why I didn't hear anything like that. road right there to the left. As you're on the front straightaway, you got a little bit of a run, and then you got to slow down to, I want to say it's about 60 mile an hour on pit road. I'm not sure the exact speed. But everybody who is on the track, in the pack, 17 trucks strong, all within about 2 seconds of each other. And these are the first call out for a pit stop. I think it's going to be the 4X guys. Andrew Moraz is called to pit road. Oh, Avery jumping out of the line there. It's 4 wide and 3. And here come trucks to pit road. Andrew locking it up and spinning into the outside wall. They do have a reset. So Andrew Moraz is going to need a little help here to stay in this pack as he gets to his pit stall here. Probably will grab that reset right here. Yep, he does. I saw the right front fender fix itself down there at the bottom. Everybody taking tires and fuel, it looks like here, as they will pull away. Andrew Moraz going 2 tires to try to get up here with the pack. As here you see the leaders coming off turn 4 here. And Thomas Sewell all by himself, and he spins on the pit road and into the wall. I guess it is kind of hard getting from 220 mile an hour down to, what, 60. But he will come to pit road, an unfortunate break for him. And Justin Gann is still on pit road. A speeding penalty for the 30. It is a speeding penalty. He pulls away now as we are 2 laps to go from the end of stage 1. And Justin Gann getting a penalty, so tough break for him. And here comes Wise and Barlow to pit road. 3 trucks coming in this time. As Avery Wilson going for the lead on drift. As they see the white flag, final lap here of stage 1. Outside, Ryan Nicoletta bringing the 53 of Jordan Berry. Kevin Dick on the outside of 52. See if they race hard to the finish of stage 1. Ryan Nicoletta, pretty big lead. He's actually coming to pit road. And who's going to win the stage? Somebody. Nobody's crossed the start-finish line yet. Well, just like 2 weeks ago, Ryan Nicoletta won stage 1 on pit road. Except it wasn't Nicoletta who won it on pit road this time, or last time. It was somebody else. But Nicoletta has scored the Wise Guy Stage Winner Award for stage 1 on pit road. Here we are going 225 mile an hour, and somebody at 60 wins the stage. Go figure. Congratulations to Ryan on getting that award. That would be stage win number 1 for him on the season. And Ryan is still on pit road there, so a speeding penalty for the 59. So congratulations, you get the stage win, but you get to stay for 30 or 40 seconds on pit road also. Unfortunate deal there for the 59. So here comes the pack at full speed as these other cars are getting up to speed. There they go by with the momentum. Lewis Berkowitz going to take the lead. Anthony Hanley going to be second with Casey Duncan and Ryan Branchow. Your top 4, and there's Anthony King behind him there in the 5th spot. These other trucks should be able to draft up there and join this pack at full speed. at the bottom of the 88 truck in the front. I couldn't know, has he got a little damage on the splitter? Right there and right under the nose. This is some kind of scuff mark or something. Maybe this is kind of fooling me a little bit there. As they're going to lap Justin Gann, who's got some heavy rear end damage on that 30. Going to split them all 3, 4, 5. Oh, net code! That got ugly almost. Casey Duncan going to move to the front now. That got almost ugly. So we got about 10 trucks in this pack right now, and there's another pack of 3 running 11th through 13th, and then you got another pack of 2 here with Andrew Mraz and the 204 Thomas Sewell. They're going to push each other, I think, and see if they can draft their way up there with the old tandem. You see the different lines everybody's running right now. Hanley kind of stuck in the middle. Got Barlow pushing the 31. You got the 7 Casey Duncan being pushed in on the 6 of Branchow. Again, this is race number 8 of the regular season. So after tonight, there will be only 2 races left in the regular season for the Truck Series. And of course, after this week, we have a special event coming up, believe it or not. It'll be next Friday night, July the 2nd, as it'll be an interleague Firecracker 300 race. That'll be taking place here. You'll see the broadcast at the same time here on Captain TV, but there will be another league or 2 joining this BPRL league for a race coming up on 120 lap and 300 mile race at Daytona. That'll be next Friday night, the Firecracker 300 here on Captain TV. So make sure you come and join us for that special all-star race. That should be a lot of fun to be a part of. It'll be the second one we broadcasted actually here on Captain TV. Laps into this 80-lap race as we ride on board with Berkowitz 37 truck. I think everybody's kind of getting in the pack to save some fuel a little bit here to try to get to lap 40. Kind of see the whole speedway here, the inside of the infield and stuff. This track, if it was ever created in real life, would probably be scary. See the spotter view. This is on top of the press box right now. When I tell you I'm way up there, yeah, I'm way up there. All the way into turn 1 and heavily banked. Down the back straightaway, a whole nother set of grandstands back there. Now, of course, I should mention tonight we do not have our usual cameras that we work with, which is the track cams for Gourmet. They obviously, with this being a brand new track on iRacing, do not have a camera set up for it yet. Hopefully they'll be working on that in the near future and they'll have it for us, but we appreciate what they do. You can always check out trackcams22.com to see all their great camera work. But there you go. You saw a whole lap from the spotter stand, basically, of what it looks like around this monster of a track. As Justin Gann trying to catch this lead pack here and stay the first truck a lap down and get that lucky dog award potentially. Everybody, for the most part, single file. We see 3 trucks up front trying to kind of stretch it out on this pack a little bit. 29 laps in. Jordan Berry trying to run that high side with Ryan Nicoletta. But looks like no kind of momentum right now being managed. These guys just kind of ride single file. They're going to see Casey Barlow jump up to the high side. Not sure if this is a planned move maybe by Barlow to jump to the high side here, and I think the whole pack's going to end up freight trading him here now. Now, if you're just watching the stream and you're like, wait, does this track look familiar? Otherwise, yes, it is iRacing SuperSpeedway. If you go back to, I mentioned earlier, NASCAR Racing 2003. This was the famous Coca-Cola Speedway that was on that sim. So Anthony Hanley going to go to the lead with help from Ryan Branchow, Scott Wise. So again, the big thing about this Wild Carnival race is what's on the line. Of course, that is a spot in the playoffs. If you win in this series, you're in. How nice would it be to be entering the final two races coming up in 2 weeks on the season, knowing that you're in the playoffs, especially when those next 2 weeks are the Darlington Raceway and Chicagoland. The final two races coming up July 9th and July 16th. And that is going to be very interesting, especially Darlington in a truck. That's no slouch of a race, neither Chicagoland. So we've got some wild races coming up to set the top 16 into the playoffs. Here from Kevin Dick back to Ryan Nicoletta. And it's Jason Kratky there on the outside. One thing that's also good about these trucks being careful tonight is I have seen a lot of net code in practice. And I think other than the contact maybe with Branchow and Gann a little bit ago, which I think was strictly net code, off any kind of wreck. This is good so far. What is the planned moves by these guys? A lot of them maybe just trying to save fuel right now. Hanley's burning the most fuel, being out in the lead. So we'll have to see what kind of strategy that works for him. You got Justin Gann. He is the first truck a lap down. He's second in line right there behind the 88. And, of course, you got Branchow there in the 6. Scott Wise, the pole sitter, in the 31. Barlow and Casey Duncan, the top 6 right now, or top 5, I should say, in this field. We are 6 laps from the end of stage number 2. When will these guys come to pit road? drift with Anthony Keys. He got 37 of Berkowitz. So, of course, Sunday night, the Clash Series, which is the Cup cars, will be racing here. They'll probably approaching 240, if not maybe 250 miles an hour on this track. That'll be coming up Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Of course, tomorrow night is the finale for Velocity Online Racing in the IndyCar Series and the USRC race. Here we go with pit stops. So about 3 laps shy of halfway. And the end of the stage. One truck overshooting its pit stall. That might be Branch Al, actually. It is. He's having trouble getting into a stall. So these trucks going to try to get up to speed. The question is, how long can they go? These leaders, and if anybody can get to lap 40 and get those bonus points, they have to run the apron all the way around. Coming to pit road this time. They do not. 2 laps to go in stage 2. Down the back straightaway here, and some trucks calling out more pit stops here. So this is going to set up to be very interesting here, because they're going to come again in at the white flag lap for stage 2. Will we see another stage end on pit road? I think you're going to see this whole second group coming to pit road. Nope, a couple of trucks staying out. Avery Wilson leading. Got the lap car Ryan Nicoletta there in the 3rd car in line, and then you got Drift. He is actually the 3rd place truck. And here comes this outside line with fresh tires. Justin Gann, Anthony Keys, and Anthony Hanley. All these guys are simply unlapping themselves. And let's see if they try to make it here. They come off turn number 4, and Avery Wilson, the 5th car in line, with Drift on his outside. Avery, I believe, got stage 2 by a nose. And now caution is out. As the end of stage 2 gives Avery Wilson a stage win, we have our first caution of the night at the halfway point. Avery getting his second stage win of the season. And the caution has Andrew Mraz involved. And he is smoking really badly right now. So this is the first superior templating caution. Well, there's the caution. Oh, wow. Mraz and Branchow get turned and both hit the wall. Again, so Mraz is just trying to tandem push with the 6, and Andrew gets to the left rear, and they just both spin. They actually get hooked. Mraz clobbers the inside wall, and then Branchow kind of slowly hits it, and I think Mraz has already used a reset, so his race might be over with. As for Branchow, we'll have to see if he's used a reset. All right, there it is, the first superior templating caution of the night. As there's Andrew just now getting to his pit stall. And here come leaders to pit road. And this should, if I'm seeing this right, give Justin Gann the Forever Home Pet Rescue Lucky Dog Award. There goes Justin going around the track right now, I believe. So most of the leaders coming to pit road. It's going to be Drift winning the race. Off of pit road. I mentioned Avery Wilson getting stage number 2. Ryan Nicoletta stage number 1 tonight. And Jason Kratke going to stay out. And you know what? Justin Gann did not get the wave around in the end. Who did get the wave around? It's $1 million question. It might be Anthony Keys, actually. So either way, though, the Lucky Dogs, of course, presented by Forever Home Pet Rescue. Let's got a minute here. Trucks are under caution. Let's talk to a driver while we got a few seconds. Let's bring up the 24 Casey Barlow here. We haven't had a chance to really talk to him much here, so let's get him a good little conversation here. Casey Barlow, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey,
Go around the pace car. Come on.
Casey, let's talk a little bit about the racing out there so far. It's been pretty wild, staying green for the most part until that caution right there. What have you seen so far? What have you learned? And how you feeling about that 24 tonight?
I feel pretty good about the car. Early truck we got here tonight. The race itself, yeah, you're right. It's been a little bit crazy here. The runs at this track are just massive. So you really have to be on it and paying attention to what's going on pretty much 2-3 trucks in front of you to keep out of trouble here.
So the question I got to ask, where do you want to be on the final lap?
I'm thinking final lap, we want to be probably sitting second or third. That way you could use one of those big runs, and but you're definitely going to need energy behind you to make the run stick, because The draft is everything here.
All right, well, you're coming to the green flag. Good luck, and maybe we'll talk to you in victory lane afterwards.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely, you too. There's Casey Barlow, and we'll get him down there to his the channel he was in, and go green here as we come back. Jason Kratke going to be the leader in the 54 truck. He and the Siberian Tiger, I believe that is. That's a big cat right there. Drift running second in the pop scheme. Andrew Moore third. Jordan Berry fourth. Casey Barlow, your top five. Ace truck pulls off and hit that track transition pretty rough, I'd say. Here we go. Again, no restrictor plates or any kind of tapered spacers. These trucks get up to speed. They're getting the full song really quickly. As the 53 of Barry jumps to the top, along with Nicoletta. There is Casey Duncan to the middle, along with that 204 truck of Sewell, who's a lap down. Justin Gann, who's still a lap down. Did not get the lucky dog as I thought. John Finley, I think that's a very fair question, sir. But you got to get back to that rhythm. As Kratke leads that lap. Got to be very patient here. The stage racing part is over with now. It's racing to the checkered flag. As Duncan has gone to the lead, he's got the lap car Nicoletta pushing him there. Another lap car of Justin Gann. These guys trying to battle just in case a caution comes out. Almost contact between Nicoletta and Hanley. That got scary. There's Barlow. We just spoke to him a second ago in that 24 truck. Outside lane there, fifth truck in line. And I appreciate the viewers watching tonight. Enjoying your Friday night, enjoying the broadcast here on Captain TV. Oh, I didn't think there was room for Branch out there, but he made room. He's trying to get a lap back. As Gann actually gets around his teammate Duncan, he is officially on the lead lap right now. Laps to go, a little over 30 to go, I should say, 32 this time by in this Swift 240. Race number 8 of this regular season for the Blown Piston Racing League is Branchout's going to stick it on the bottom, and then there's contact with Nicoletta. And they go into the wall, and one truck's tumbling. That's Nicoletta. Jason Kratke involved in a second caution, going to come out.
Side.
Avery Wilson also involved in this wreck. And kind of a big one. The second caution out here. Superior templating caution. So they'll all catch the pace truck and check up. Let's go see what happened here. Jordan Berry gets involved. Let's watch this again. We'll put it in slow-mo. The wreck was going to happen, but I'm going to say this. There might be a little netcode involved here. Because watch the 59's left rear as Branchow's on his inside. Right about now. It's almost like they come together with netcode there, but they do make the contact. Like they're eventually going to hit each other. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. That's possible too. Like, see, right there, if you watch Nicoletta's car, for the most part, that's where I'm seeing this at. Watch the 59 slowly. We'll show it one more time. Watch the 59's left front. How it just kind of turns left. Right there. So very, very close, though. Now, obviously, they're going to go up the track. Avery Wilson all the way in the back here in the one truck. Who else gets involved there? There's Kratky. There's Nicoletta flipping out, literally. Avery Wilson gets in. Drift's going drifting. He gets T-boned by the 1. And then that is the 31 of Scott Wise there on the outside wall himself as he T-bones Drift. Now that's going to involve 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 trucks, it looks like, involved in this one. So second caution out, Superior templating caution. We had pit stops. Anthony Handley won the race off pit road. Meanwhile, who in the world got the lucky dog now? Because that was the 2 main Lucky Dog Awards recipients. And I think Gann was out front already, so I think he was... I have no clue who's the Lucky Dog Award. But anyways, we'll still give the shout out to the Forever Homes Rescue Pet Rescue Lucky Dog Award to somebody in this field for getting the lucky dog. So the trucks came back to pit road there, I've noticed. And the only one to stay out, Scott Wise here. And this is going to be with 28 laps to go. This actually opens it up to be a one-stop strategy now to the win, to the finish of this race. So Casey Duncan running second right now. Casey Barlow up to third after missing the wreck. Anthony Handley, Kevin Deck, your top 5. as the pace truck is going to pull in, and we'll go back racing with 27 laps to go in this race. The Swift 240 from iRacing SuperSpeedway. Here we go, back to racing. Right off the bat, you see Casey Duncan going to take the lead on that outside lane with the 88 of Hanley. And the 14 of Anthony Keys. And there's Justin Gann right back on the lead lap. There he is now up to the 8th position. Ooh, that got tight. Sorry, smacked the mic against my steering wheel. Andrew Moore up there to the 7th position there on the inside. Drift still going, so a lot of trucks able to use that reset they had available. And here they are now, still in contention to win this thing. Avery Wilson also used one. The problem is, though, Avery's a lap down after towing. Oh, Casey put himself in a sucker hole. 3 wide. How about 4 wide? There's the iRacing SuperSpeedway we know. And I think Casey might have fell to the back on purpose. He's like, nope, not playing this game. Anthony Keys, he's all the way at the top of the track. Stairway to heaven up there. Fastest lap of the race just ran by, is that Avery Wilson, a 46.41. So think about this, a 3-mile track, and they're doing 46-second laps around here. Just looking at the numbers and stuff here. That lap time, I just went online real quick, did the research on this. The lap time and speed of the Avery Wilson fastest lap just now, 46.41. It was 232.7 miles an hour. The average lap speed of that lap by the one of Avery Wilson just now. So that just shows you the speeds around this track right now. As a matter of fact, let's go on board with Andrew Moore here in the 77 as Avery makes a move to the inside. And I'm just going to be quiet for a second. We're going to throw the dashboard up and let you see the speeds. We'll do the same thing Sunday to compare to Cup Car. So if there's any kind of lifting going on with these cars right now, it's more because they're saving fuel. Not because of, or I should say maybe they're just trying to stay back a little bit from this lead pack. Otherwise, these guys are getting mad grabs. As you see, are running speeds over 230 miles an hour. As Casey Barlow going to run the bottom and take the lead there. Hanley on that high side has Justin Gann running with him, the 52 of Kevin Dick. Of course, two-time winner on the series and his rookie campaign here. That custom paints and die cast number 52. All 10 trucks in the lead lap are in this draft. As you see the 204 of Sewell there, Thomas Sewell. Unfortunately, Thomas is 8 laps down now in this race. Ryan Nicoletta back there in the back of the pack. He is 2 laps down in that 59 truck. What line do you want to be in? What position do you want to be in? Casey Barlow said second or third. With this draft, can you be the third or even the fourth place truck in the outside line and maybe jump to the high side and make a run down the straightaway to get the lead? I mean, if you get any kind of run with some help, you might be able to do it. Are we done wrecking tonight? Are we, we're not done with pit stops. We got one more of those release coming. So many questions. So many answers. Oh, around goes Anthony. Oh my gosh. That is one way of ending things right there for you. Hanley just got turned into the water barrels at 230 miles an hour. I don't even know how else to call that. Oh my goodness. Let's go on board with Hanley for this one. I feel bad for him. This is gonna hurt though. Ending things. There's no caution for it. Let's go to the dashboard on for this one. If I can. I can't. See if I can see it. He hits that wall roughly at 200 miles an hour. And he's going to come out of pit road, unfortunately. He is going to be now a lap down, if not 2 laps down, because of that accident. So to answer the first question, are they done wrecking? That's no, obviously, what just happened. Casey Duncan helping his teammate there in the 30, Justin Gann, who was just a lap down a few minutes ago. Pack comes up on the back of Anthony Hanley and his brand new number 88. We'll see here. Anthony can hold on here. He's going to need a lot of help to stay in the running of this Swift 240 here at iRacing Superspeedway. The fuel window is now open, 16 laps to go. When will these guys come to pit road? Who will pit road? We'll find out here momentarily. They run laps around here still at 47 seconds around this 3-mile track. As they put a lap on Avery Wilson into one truck. And I think Avery's coming to pit road. He sure is. That one truck coming to pit road. Kratky would have. Oh, I thought he was going to make a move on Barlow there. So Avery just went a lap down, and he's on pit road with 14 to go. Scott Wise going to use that high side with help from the 52. And he'll go back to the front. So the poles that are looking pretty solid right now. Anthony Hanley following his way back up there. Again, he's going to need a little help, but he has 2 laps down in the 88. And showing he's still got some wheels. Got that reset. Sunday night, the Wise Choice Contracting Clash Series. Of course, the Cup cars as part of Lone Piston Racing League. They'll be here at iRacing Superspeedway for their race. That'll be at 8 o'clock. We'll start the broadcast around 7:50 or so. Tomorrow night, we'll have the VOR IndyCar Series and the finale. Well, let me back up. The finale of that series and then the finale of the USRC Grand National Series tomorrow evening before we get back to Sunday. And the Clash Series here. They did get a reset tonight, Tyler, and I believe you'll get one Sunday. We rhyme with drift. Oh, one truck getting loose, saves it. That's Casey Duncan with the glove save and a beauty. I looked up and I saw smoke all of a sudden in the corner. So the pack kind of separated out now. The 4 trucks on the lead lap, and then the trucks that were just in the pack. And I hear Casey Duncan all of a sudden calling he's going to come to pit road, I think. We'll see who else, maybe the 4X team or who else is coming to pit road here. And here they all come to pit road. Looks like the 4X guys, plus Jason Kratky. That's a fair point, Tyler. He hit those barrels at 200 miles an hour and just stopped. So there's There's your leaders right now as they're down the back straightaway. These guys will likely go a lap down. And they'll need everybody to cycle back around here with pit stops. Slow stop for Justin Gann. Not sure if he had trouble getting to his pit stall or something, but I saw only right side tires on that truck. And here come the rest of the leaders to pit road. Look out, drift. Look out, drift. Jordan Berry might have been the smartest one. He's going to the inside wall. He's like, hey, y'all can have all the room you need up there. So everybody in, 4 tires and fuel. Looks like fuel only for a lot of these guys, so some strategy being played. Well, let's see where the pack is running here. They are in the front straightaway with Anthony Keys leading them. The lead pack going into turn 1 right now. So these guys took tires, it appears, most of them, and some took fuel only. Got to work all the way to the apron here. Right now, they can come back to the track as they try to get up to speed. And here comes that other pack down the back straightaway. Only a 2-truck tandem now. Scott Wise hold the lead here. Drift in second, Casey Barlow third, Kevin Dick fourth. Jordan Berry now in the, well, he was fifth as that outside line now carries on. So the momentum of those trucks did work their way to the front, it looks like. As we have 8 laps to go. Jumping out of line, getting up there with the 53 of Berry. Again, Hanley needs a caution real badly here if he can lead his laps back, but Berry's going to stick him in the middle. Andrew Moore making his first appearance up here near the front. Drift's jumping out of line. He's like, I ain't playing this game. A very drift-like move from Jacob Gladulich there. Oh, Hanley and Moore come together there and almost wrecked. So we got the inside line of Jordan Berry now, Andrew Moore, Kevin Dick, and then Anthony Keys. As they'll be coming to 5 laps to go. Who gets the inaugural checkered flag in the Swift 240 at iRacing SuperSpeedway? It has been a wild race. It has only seen 2 cautions. We've had 1 big wreck, 1 truck tumbling, multiple spins on pit road, a couple angry drivers. And we still got 8 trucks that could, or 7 trucks right now in this lead draft that could win this race. 4 laps to go. Speeds over 230 miles an hour right now. Everybody putting it on the line right now. And again, I asked the question to Barlow. I'm asking the question to the viewers. Where do you want to be on the final lap? Do you want to be the leader? Do you want to be where Andrew Moore is? Do you want to be where Kevin Dick is? Do you want to be where Anthony Keys is? Do you want to be where Drift is in the back? I know my answer. I want to be where I'm at, calling the race. Woohoo! They passed the one truck, Avery Wilson, to put him another lap down. And look at Anthony Keys with help from Hanley going to the front. The Anthony's teaming up. Here comes Barlow. Here comes Wise. Just a reminder, the 88 is 2 laps down there. Second truck outside line. Everybody else except the 54 also. The 54, the 4th car inside line, is a lap down also. So we got, 9 cars in this pack, 7 of them on the lead lap. And I think we're going to have a 10th truck joining here in a second. I think Avery Wilson still getting and they're going to come up on the back bumper. Ryan Nicolette into 59. Jordan Berry back to the front as these trucks scatter. The way this banking is, the transitions and stuff, as I mentioned, very closely reminds me of Dover. When you go into these corners, we're on the white flag. Final lap, 3 miles. Hold on to your seatbelts. Two Canadian drivers up in the front. A third one in 4th, believe it or not. As they try to get a draft off the lap truck of the 204. Casey Barlow hip checks Anthony out of the way, who comes back down the track in front of Scott Wise. And here they come, the race to the checkered flag. Andrew Moore to the bottom. Keys to the high side. At the stripe, there goes the wreck, and Jordan Berry has won the Swift 240. Anthony Keys is going to get second in the end. Casey Barlow, Andrew Moore going to be 4th. And Kevin Dick going to be the top 5, it looks like. Down to burnouts, and for him a spot into the playoffs. One of the more consistent drivers this season. 5 top 10s enter in this race and scores his first win. And he becomes the second, or the 7th winner, I should say, on the season. So congratulations to Jordan on that win. Custom Paints and Diecast number 53. As Jordan continues to celebrate, let's go ahead and pull him up here and talk to him after that wild finish right there. As we bring Jordan down here to join us in the channel here. Jordan, keep celebrating all you want to tonight. You earned this one this evening. What a race it was. And you actually bring a Canadian 1-2 finish to iRacing SuperSpeedway in your first win of the season.
Yeah, it was my first actual race on. I've done lots of hosted, so it was. I'm glad that I went up in the field a couple times to see how the truck fell too wide, and it was just a lot of fun. My heart is pumping.
Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely had to work hard in that one, that final lap. Did you feel like you were kind of in a bad spot, being the first truck in line?
I knew I had Andrew behind me, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Andrew's got a win in his pocket. So I knew I had a lot of help from behind. I knew that I had a little mini freak out on the radio with Anthony, so I knew that I wasn't going to get any help from him. So I apologize for that. But no, I kind of figured, you know what, if they were kind of stacking up on the outside a bit, so I was kind of hoping that would happen and I would be able to play both lines, and that's kind of what happened. So you know what, I knew I had to just let the cards fall where they would.
And they did. And the 53 found its, where 51, whatever number you want to call yourself, is the in victory lane here tonight. So congratulations on that, man. I know it's a great feeling knowing that you're in the chase. You've been one of the more consistent top 10 runners all season long. And it's got to be good to get this, I guess you want to call it maybe a monkey off your back and get into the chase.
Yeah, I'm not one to lead a lot of laps or even win a lot of races, but I kind of pride myself in being consistent and keeping a clean truck. So I was hoping to either point myself in or do this with a win, and I think last year was the same thing. I ended up getting a lucky win. So.
Well, hey, do what you got to do to win a race. Congratulations. Send shout-outs to whoever you like to.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Obviously to you, great broadcast. Love watching them back. My grandparents had always watched. My buddy Jeff Smith. Chat in my Discord or in my Twitch is always a lot of fun. And then I guess shout out to my own company, Custom Paints and Diecast. We do paints and custom iRacing diecast. So, and lastly, but not least, the Wises and running a great league. I really appreciate everything they do.
Absolutely. Well, great job tonight. You know what? Quick Twitch shout out. What's the page?
Sim Racing Realtor.
There you go. Make sure you check it out. He has more room on his real estate for you to join on Twitch.
Absolutely.
Had to think of the right way to word that. Anyways, great job tonight. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Jordan Berry, the winner here at iRacing SuperSpeedway. Congratulations to him as he will celebrate that. And let's get his fellow Canadian driver, Anthony Keys, who finishes in the second position tonight. Anthony, congratulations. You definitely had your elevator of a night, we'll call it, the ups and downs. And you definitely survive in a second place finish tonight and continue in that regular season point lead also.
Yeah, another race where, you know, I come up just short. I feel like even on the super speedway races, this is every single race, right? I'll do my thing. Sometimes I'm riding up in the front. It just kind of depends on how I feel at the field. Tonight I was thinking it was a little bit too spicy, so I rode around in the back mostly. I had a good pit stop, found myself near the front at the end. And of course I had no idea what I was doing because I ran about 2 laps on the outside for the entire 70 laps before that. So my teammates are all up in my ear telling me what line to take, how I should pinch guys off the corner or whatever, where to take runs. And I come up just a little bit short to Jordan here. It was a good race overall. I can't really complain about how I performed. But again, just second place, man. It doesn't end.
Well, at least it's one of those things where the second place was an earned one, not one where you got passed or something for the lead. You were up there the whole time. You were battling, and if that makes sense. Basically, you weren't like dominating the race like I think of Lucas Oil Raceway a couple weeks ago. You're winning that race, and it gets taken from you. Tonight, it was one of those. You had to fight for it, and you know what? You got your second place finish out of it.
I certainly had to claw tooth and nail for this one, and my car, the truck gave it all it had because I ended with a pretty screwed up motor there. But yeah, that definitely earned.
Well, great job tonight, man. Obviously, continuing that point lead tonight in the regular season, helping out the 4X team, and a Canadian driver 1-2 sweep, 3 in the top 5. That's something to be proud of, too, for the nation there. And great job, and shout out to where you like to.
Present Canada up there in the top 5, having a good night. Shout out to my parents in the other room watching. I got to give them a shout out every time I'm in the shout out room now. They won't let me forget. Shout out to the sponsors, iHeartRadio, for coming on the 4X trucks. And a shout out to you for putting on these great broadcasts, the Wises for putting on a great league every week. And a shout out, honestly, this weekend to these guys for having an astonishingly clean race. iRacing SuperSpeedway is not an easy track to get around, despite that it's full throttle. It's tricky. You hit the apron a lot. There's a lot of wrecks. I think we went 31 laps without having any incidents, which is pretty cool. So shout out to these guys for putting on a good show. And hopefully we can come back next week for the Daytona race and a few more points races after that, close out this regular season in style.
There you go. Well, best of luck to you. And yeah, always do give the parents a shout out, especially when they're in the other room, because you never know when a shoe might come flying at you. Just throwing it out there. Never know. Anyways, good luck. Good job, bud.
Thanks, man.
And Anthony Keys there joining us, and I couldn't help but think just now, what if it was like a loafer? You know how solid those soles are on the bottom? Oh, boy, that might leave a mark. All right, Casey Barlow joins us now in the 24 truck. He did everything almost exactly like he said he needed to do in the interview when we talked to him. But either way, a third-place finish tonight. Good race for you in the end. And how you feeling about that third?
I feel pretty good about it. You know, that was it was a long race of trying to be patient while also, you know, being aggressive in the right moments as well. So I'll take a third on a super speedway any day.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to ask Anthony this, so maybe I'll ask you this. Tire wear tonight. Obviously a track that had a very similarity shape of Dover, as I like to call it, the way you kind of fall into the banking and then come back out of it. The transitions and stuff. I did notice some tire changes going on during the runs. Were we seeing some decent tire wear out there?
To be honest with you, of the 4 sets of tires we were given, I only used one during that caution about midway. It looks like end of the race, I was sitting at still, you know, all mid-90s on the tires.
Oh, wow,
so
okay.
The wear wasn't too bad, and really the only time you really felt it was on corner entry. If you were trying to ride that low line, you'd feel it as it wanted to kick pretty hard into that bank. But aside from that, the tire wear was pretty non-existent.
Very cool. Well, great job, man. Congratulations on that third place finish. Thanks for your time during the race, obviously, also. And, you know, shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, just always want to shout out to my sponsors, Okami Brand, Always Eating, and my team, Torqued Wrench Motorsports. And then always want to give a big shout out to my dad. He's always watching the stream, so.
I appreciate that, Casey. Well, nice job tonight, man. Appreciate your time, and we will see you on Sunday.
Yeah, thank you for the broadcast. Thank you.
No sweat. Appreciate that. And Casey Barlow, third place finish for him this evening from iRacing Super Speedway. What a fun race it was. I only saw, 2 cautions on the evening, and one very interesting wreck that happened just a little bit ago with Anthony Hanley. Well, for those who haven't seen it yet, here it was. I might be clipping this and making my own video out of this because at 200 mile an hour hitting the wall like this, bam. And those barrels didn't move one bit. Anyways, a lot of fun there. So just going to hang out here for a second. Scott Wise is going to be sending me the points, and we'll get those up to date here in just a second as we continue to hang out here and go through our little post-race show, I guess we could call it. Again, next Friday night, it will be the All-Star race for the series. It's an interleague All-Star race, basically, as Scott Wise and the guys will be joining 1 or 2 other series. We'll be coming over and running the Firecracker 300 from Daytona International Speedway, and we'll have that for you here on Captain TV Friday night. We'll go on a little bit early, maybe do some interviews and have a little fun, as it'll be a special night, special event as we go into 4th of July weekend already. Looking forward to that fun race. Of course, Sunday night, the Clash Series. They'll be racing over at iRacing Super Speedway here. So imagine those cars going, 250 miles an hour down into Turn 1. That's going to be crazy. And, of course, the last 2 races of the regular season will be coming up July 9th. Will be at Darlington Raceway, and then, of course, Chicagoland Speedway for the final race of the regular season. Yeah, Drift, I heard you say that, bud. This is just crazy. Can you imagine how much that had to hurt? I mean, the inertia and the momentum just stopping you at 200 to 0 in like not even a second. That's just crazy. But appreciate all the viewers for watching us here this evening. Appreciate just everyone. What a great race it was tonight here at iRacing SuperSpeedway. Appreciate iRacing for allowing us the platform, of course, and even bringing this track on here. This is one that I've always said, man, I'd love to see back on a sim again. Of course, if you played it on iRacing or on NASCAR Racing 2003, that was such a fun track on that simulator, and for them to bring it back here to iRacing and stuff, that's really cool, and being able to do a broadcast here was pretty sweet, so I gotta admit. But in the end, fantastic race, and congratulations again to Jordan Berry getting his first win of the season, as I am working on getting the regular season updated points right now. They've just been sent to me, and the team points have been sent to me. Let's get those up here for you. This should be pretty accurate. Let's see as they show up on my screen if that is right. And that is correct. Yep, points are updated. Anthony Keys leads now by 11 over Andrew Moore. Avery Wilson still third, 16 back. Look how tight the top 5 is. 19 points separating 5 drivers right now. That's pretty impressive. Ryan Nicoletta up to 6th in points. Of course, he's got a win. The only driver in the top 9 right now without a win is Casey Duncan right now. Actually, the top 10. So we've had 9 different winners so far. No, we can't have 9 different winners when you've only done 8 races, Scala. Let's do that math again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winners in 8 races. 1 repeat winner, and that's Kevin Dick, who went back-to-back earlier this season. And as you see, 16 drivers right now. Alejandro Risso, who also did not start this race tonight, sitting 16th in points. Branchow's moved in. Thorndike, who wasn't here tonight. Branch, who wasn't here tonight. So that bottom part, the 16th position, getting pretty tight. You see Drift now up to 19th in points. So he's starting to make a run, and he didn't even run the whole season so far. So definitely congratulations to all those drivers right now who are having success, and we'll see what happens come next week. And now let me give me a second here, and I'll get you the points for the team. Let's get to the right file here. Drift, actually, from what I saw at the line, it was Avery. I'll go back here and look here. It looked like it was Avery by about a nose. But here's the team points for those. Pie-Eyed continues to lead by 24 now over 4X. 2X, 66 back in third. Torqued Wrench now 73 back, and Twin Torqued in the 5th position right now in points, 85 back. Let me see if I can go back here real quick before I get off the air. And let's see if I can get you that stage finish real quickly. It was lap number 20. It's going to happen right. going to happen right here, it looks like. Let me hit pause. So this, I believe, is the finish right here at that stage. So then Wilson there on the bottom. Drift goes to the high side to try to make the move. Let me make sure that was the lap, or was that the finish of lap 40? Thank you, guys. Let me fast forward here real quickly. I'm starting to learn finally after a whole almost year of using this program how to use it. There's the yellow flag on my... I actually have a thing here that kind of... It's like a program that tells me everything that happened on each lap. I mean, it was close. Let's go here. All right, so this is the final lap of that run. So Avery Wilson's the leader here. I think Kevin Dick at the time second. Nicolette, I believe, is a lap down here. And here comes this whole pack of trucks that had already pitted. The whole outside line pretty much is all pitted at this point. You're feeling how you made me feel seeing that paint scheme. Oh, that's nuts. Fish did that for you, didn't he? So there's Drift making the move to outside, getting in that pack. Let me slow it down here and get you a better camera. Come on, give me a better camera. Here we go. It was that close. That close. You had the momentum, obviously, with the run, but yeah, Avery got you by Uncle Side's beard, basically. So, there you go. Congratulations to the winner, of course, Jordan Berry. I'm out. I'm going to go get some sleep. I got to work tomorrow morning, but appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. Again, thank you, iRacing, for the platform. Thank you to Swift Motorsports for sponsoring the race. They didn't get the chance to put the cameras on other than the vehicles, but a shout-out to Track Cam 4 Gourmets for helping us out each and every race, as always, so big thanks to them, and a big thanks to all the viewers for watching this evening. Excuse me. And as always, remember, this isn't just a game. It is iRacing. See you.
And now the wait is over. The nerves have taken their toll. Ooh. Let go.